Hello, in this video I will show how to do inter-VLAN routing using Cisco routers in GNS3. So let's use a Cisco switch for defining the VLANs, and then let's add a Cisco router. Anyone will do, for example, that one. We'll add a Cisco router to define the inter-VLAN routing. And for trying that, we'll need to add a couple of computers. One computer will be in one VLAN and the other one in the other VLAN. So, okay, let's connect everything. First thing, we'll be connecting the computers with the Cisco switch. Okay, and then connecting the Cisco switch to the Cisco router. We turn everything on, and then we define the different networks. To be able to connect to different VLANs, we need two different networks. Which one will be for the VLAN 10, and it will be the 10.10.00/24, and the other one will be for the VLAN 20, and the network will be the 10.20.00/24. Okay, so first we have to define the VLANs in the Cisco router. For that, we should go to the console. The switch is booting. Okay, enable. Let's show the interfaces. That's gigabit 00, that's gigabit 01, that's gigabit 3/3, and that's fast Ethernet. Okay, so in the console of the switch, we want to define the gigabit 00 for the VLAN 10. We want to define the gigabit 10 for the VLAN 20, and then the gigabit 3/3 as a trunk port for both VLANs. So let's start with VLAN 10. Conf terminal interface gigabit 0/0, and we want that interface to be a access port, so switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. Okay, the VLAN 10 does not exist, it creates that. Exit, we have the first access port. The second port will be interface gigabit Ethernet 1/0. It should be also a switch port, so switch port mode access, and switch port access VLAN 20. And the switch defines the VLAN 20. Okay, next interface should be the trunk, the gigabit 3/3. So interface gigabit 3/3. First, we have to define the encapsulation, so switch port trunk encapsulation .1q, switch port mode trunk, and switch port trunk allowed VLANs. We will allow VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 for that trunk port. Great. Next thing, we have to set up the router. We have to set up the fast Ethernet 00 for working in both VLANs, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. So in the console of the Cisco router, okay, configure terminal, we should set up the interface fast Ethernet 0/0. but we need two VLANs, so we have to use sub-interfaces. One sub-interface is defined with a dot. So the sub-interface 0.0.0/0.10 will be used for the VLAN 10. First, we have to define the encapsulation of that interface, and it will use the protocol .1q, and it will belong to the VLAN 10. Once we know the VLAN it belongs, we have to put an IP address. The IP address will be the VLAN 10 is the network, then 10.10.0.1/24, so it's 255.255.255.0. Okay. Next, we have to set up the sub interface for the VLAN 20 interface fast Ethernet 0/0.20. This should be a port with encapsulation .1q20, which is the number of the VLAN, and the IP address will be the 10.20.01/24, so 255.255.255.0. Okay, exit. Just one thing left. We have to activate to put up the main interface. The interface is fast Ethernet 0/0, and we have to now shutdown activate. Once we have that interface activated, we realize that the interface is up, and then the sub interfaces should also be brought up. So exit interface fast Ethernet 0/0.10 should be now shut down, and the interface fast Ethernet 0/0.20 should be also up. Now shut down. Okay. So let's see if it works. We have our router with two sub interfaces and two IP addresses. We have the switch with a trunk port connecting to the router. That's called by Cisco as a router on a stick configuration. It's called router on stick. So it's router on a stick. Sorry, because you are using just one trunk cable for connecting with the Cisco router. So let's check. Let's go to Alpine Linux 1. It's in VLAN 10, so the address should be 10.10.0.0/24. IP address add will use, for example, the 10.10.0.10/24 on the device Ethernet 0. Let's check if we can ping the router. Ping the router was the 10.10.0.1. Yeah, the router is answering. So now we have to add a default route. If we issue the command IPR, there's no default route, and we should add an default route. IPR add default VM 10.10.0.1, which is the default route. Okay. So the Alpine Linux 1 seems to be okay. Let's try to set up the Alpine Linux 2. Okay, IP address add 20.0.10/24 and the device Ethernet 0. And let's try if the router is answering. Ping 10.20.0.1. Yeah, router is okay. The default route IPR is a default via 10.20.0.1. And so let's try now if we can ping the other network. Ping 10.10.0.1, which is the router in the other VLAN, and it's answering, and also the computer in the other VLAN is answering. So we have set up the inter-VLAN routing in a Cisco router. We defined two access port, one in VLAN 10, the other in VLAN 20. We define one trunk port in the switch, and then in the router, we just define two sub interfaces. The configuration should run is that one. In the interface fast Ethernet 0/0, we had that no shutdown and a couple of sub-interface. The sub-interface fast Ethernet 0/0.10, which is encapsulation.1Q VLAN 10, and the interface fast Ethernet 0/0.20, which is from the VLAN 20, encapsulation.1Q20, and then one IP address of each network in every sub interface. And nothing more. With just it, you can set up inter-VLAN routing in a Cisco router and a Cisco switch. So thanks for watching.